Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the Winter Season Showdowns. You're currently watching a best of 5 between Soulkey and Last in Heart of the Swarm. My name is axeltoss. I am joined by axslav, and before we get into game number 2, quick little plug to MLGProshop.com. If you're looking for some merchandise, if you have a significant other and you're looking to give them a little gift, this is a great place to go. We got t-shirts, hoodies, Nike merchandise, gaming equipment, gift packs, baseball caps, etc. You can check all of this out at MLGProshop.com. You can see that at the top of your screen. Nicholas, do you have a favorite item in the Pro Shop?
I do. I actually like go to gift packs right there. And then once you click on that, then there's this little combo called the Korean t-shirts.
This one?
Yes. You get 2 different t-shirts, both with Korean letters. One says Fighting, one says Master. They're $30 for the pair, so it's $15 each. And you can kind of look like you're semi-hip because you know different languages, but you don't really. But people will assume you do.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's pretty cool. You got a little MLG logo there, too. But, you know, it's not like the whole shirt, right? The feature of the shirt is that Korean text, which looks kind of cool. It's, you know.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Good choice there.
And the fabric and the color is nice, too. I like the colors is the big thing. You know, white and blue, always solid. Like, you know, if it's like yellow or, you know, that orange, those can be kind of iffy. But yellow, always solid.
The MLG logo, the colors are so darn beautiful.
They are.
So yeah, guys, check out MLGProshop.com for some awesome merchandise. That being said, game number 2 of this best of 5. Nicholas, are you ready?
I think I am.
The question is the community ready? Let us know if you're ready on reddit.com/r/StarCraft in the Team Liquid thread. Go contribute to the discussion. Talk about that last game. Talk about Roach counterattacks. Oh,
get it?
Yeah. Talk about the effectiveness of Hellbat drops. Talk about whatever you want. But a lot of people talking about these games, and you should join the conversation. So, shall we get into game number 2?
Let's do it.
All right, here we are. It's going to be on Ohana in the top left-hand location. We have our player who's currently up 2-1, or actually up 1-0, excuse me. He is on Woonjin Stars. The Red Zerg player, Soulkey. Lots of hype behind this guy, and for good reason. His opponent in the bottom right-hand location is the blue Terran player on Team STX, currently down 1-0, but has some room to work with. This is a best of 5. He is last.
You know what's interesting is actually earlier today I was talking with LZ Gamer on Skype a little bit, and he was saying there's a lot of builds Terran has now. As a Zerg player, you kind of have to get like really fast roaches. Or else you can die to like Widow Mines or the Hellbat drop. You really need those roaches out. And I think we saw Soulkey, you know, he must kind of realize this is potential because he definitely, oh, whoa. Look at that barracks placement. This could be probably Reapers.
Yeah.
Well.
He has a guess. So yeah, I think it's definitely going to be Reapers, right?
Yeah, I mean, the location, it wouldn't make sense to make Marines from here because...
No, unless he lifts it off, but then he'd build it closer. I don't know.
Yeah, and then the Zerg would maybe see it and just surround the Marines as they pop out. They know where to micro. Unless you actually could make a little, like, cave for the Marines.
Yeah.
You know, but, I mean, Queens would still kill him. But I kind of like this. One fast Reaper, great scout information, and the cool thing is it's going to get him at least 1 or 2 drone kills. Like, if you micro it decently, like, you're going to get some drone kills. It's so fast. It can take some damage and regenerate it. There's no way not to get a couple kills here, and of course you can expand behind it. The tricky part, of course, is against like Zergling counterattacks because you don't have too much at home. What you can do is you can just make all your depots as a wall on top of your ramp. So you get exactly what Last is doing. And then, of course, expand at your leisure, either on the low ground and just try to protect that SCV somehow, or on the high ground.
Now, Soulkey is trying to find out what's going on, sending drones everywhere. Of course, he scouted his opponent's main base, saw the gas, saw no barracks, and why would a Terran player make a gas and not make a barracks? So he knows it's on the field somewhere. In fact, I might go as far as to say that Soulkey knows exactly what's going on. Just not where it's coming from, because the Reaper is going to hop into the natural now, going to start targeting down drones, and a bunker is in production. Nice little play here from Last.
It is. It is. I mean, the bunker is going to be cool, of course. Without the Reaper anti-building 30 damage a shot thing, whatever that was called, the grenades you throw, he won't really kill the hatchery, but he can deny mining for a very long time. And like I mentioned, even not counting that bunker, he's going to get maybe only 2 drone kills. I think he can circle around and get that 3rd.
Almost got a third. Has to be careful not to get surrounded by these Lings. Flirting with danger. The bunker is going to get completed. Can the Reaper make his way towards it? I think he probably can, considering how fast they are. Here comes the second Reaper hopping into the natural expansion. Ling's going to try to deal with this, trying to get us around, but no, not able to get it done last. Zipping by the Lings and getting into that bunker, and now Soulkey is in a terrifying position.
This is just a rough spot. I mean, yeah, the Reapers do less damage, you know, 2-shot Zerglings, but they're so much faster. And with that regeneration, they can take a beating, still heal up back to full life. I love the way Last is playing this, expanding behind it, getting his tech up. This is not like, you know, he's chipping away the hatchery. He's not going to kill him, but he doesn't need to, right? He's delaying mining. He's forced some Zerglings out. And back at home, he's progressing up his tech expansion just perfectly fine.
Yeah, took that Natra fairly quickly, adding on that second gas. There's a factory in production on the ramp. Keeping 3 Reapers alive, going to swing them into the main base. The bunker did end up getting taken down.
He can go for the Queen.
At the
it's stuck off
expansion.
creep.
Oh,
going to not try to jump on that. Just going to keep picking at Zerglings. And, you know, even on creep, with the speed bonus, Reapers are still significantly faster than these Zerglings. They can kite them all day. The Queens can pick at him, but with that regeneration, the damage will be continual. And one of the coolest things is, back at home, we see he's doing what would be a risky build. 3 CCs, very, very, very fast. You know, this is sometimes considered risky, but the fact is that he knows if Soulkey tries to build a baiting nest or roaches or anything to abuse this, he would know instantly and be able to make the proper defense.
It's interesting. Oh, almost taken down that Queen.
Yes.
They're going to be kiting away from these Slowlings. Yes, they're still Slowlings. No speed being upgraded here from Soulkey, but it's interesting to compare this play to last game because they're both kind of contained type moves, but Last is going to be prioritizing the mobility of the Terran race in this option. Of course, last game we saw him contained with a bunker and Widow Mines. Here, the much faster Reapers. So if his opponent, as you said before, tries to go for those roaches, tries to go for those banelings, Last should be able to hop into his opponent's main base, scout a little bit, and then get out of there. Of course, you know, Soulkey can do some stuff, maybe position some Lings on the high ground here to make sure that doesn't happen. And now that the creep is actually extending to this natural expansion ramp, the option of Last to actually scout with those Reapers, it's not going to be there much longer.
He could definitely try to sacrifice one, but the odds of being able to escape are, like you said, much, much lower. That's exactly what he's doing. Sneaking up the back with 3, going to distract from that angle, while a 4th, where's the 4th?
At the
Watch Tower. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. I thought the 4th was going to try to sneak up into main while the Queens were looking away. That would have been really fancy. I also like what he did with his barracks, right? He didn't want to spend any more gas on Reapers, right? Because the difference between 4 and 6 Reapers isn't that big. But he moves his barracks so blocks the third base, right? You know, like he doesn't care too much about it. He doesn't need to scout because he already knows exactly what Soulkey's doing. But if Soulkey wants to take a third hatchery, this will slow him down a decent amount, similar to how an Overlord spewing creep will slow down the Terran player.
Has he seen this barracks? He hasn't even seen it yet, interestingly enough. Because, I mean, if you still see the barracks there, you can kind of know your opponent's going for that factory or going for mech-type play. So I think that could be some valuable intel.
He may just assume it's mech because it's last and it's Terran and Heart of the Storm.
Fair enough. And it's Ohana. I mean,
yeah, there's so many factors here. Oh, Queen!
Oh,
is that in range?
goodbye Reaper. Oh. No, he hit it, but
yeah,
it's got a little bit of health left. Got to be careful, though. Last this is such cool play here from Last.
This is. I really like the use of these Widow Mines. It's such a cheap contain, you could say, right? Because it's like, what's the cost of Terran player? Like almost nothing. And he can retreat pretty easily. Worst case, he loses to like some fairly minor units. Oh, Reaper in the front.
Ouch.
Little bit slow in the pullback. Gets taken out.
Nice transfuse on that weakened Queen.
Look at this, though. It's all distractions up front because meanwhile, around the left side of the map, what's sneaking up? 4 Hellbats.
All right.
And we saw yesterday what 4 Hellbats can do to
We saw
Mineral
in the last game what 4 Hellbats can do to Mineral Line.
True.
There goes the Ignite Afterburner straight to the main Mineral Line of Soulkey here. The Hellbats being dropped. The drones starting to melt away, trying to run desperately. They're just going to be picked back up, and he's going to follow these drones around.
He is. Oh, they're all in a square.
Oh
That's
my
not where he wants
gosh.
to put them.
Oh, lots of drones are vulnerable here, going straight to the natural, trying to take down the drones there. Roach is finally coming in here to the natural expansion, but Last, he can hit B again. That's what he's going to do. Ignite Afterburst once again, going for that main base. The drones are all clumped up, and the Hellbat's going to do such terrible damage to these drones, and he's going to back out of there. He shouldn't lose this meta.
Ooh, got it pretty close. Just barely gets out there. And you know what? He lost, what, 1 Hellbat for how many drone kills?
16 drone kills there.
I mean, I think 3 of those were probably from the Reapers at the start.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, and you know what? Soulkey had the Queens there. He had, you know, some Roaches there. It's just, these Hellbats are monsters,
You
man.
got to see that medevac coming.
You do.
Again, he didn't see it until, like, he saw it with his Overlord in his main base. Not only that, Ignite Afterburners was on. So, like, he didn't have a lot of time to prepare at all, which is why we saw his drone count drop so quickly, so fast, just like that. Behind this, Last has a third orbital command on the ground.
He might lose a hatchery on the left side.
I think he will.
He will. Is he going to cancel it? These things kill hatchery. Oh, GG.
So he had some roaches marching to his opponent's natural expansion. But looking at that defense,
Yes. Yes.
considering how many drones he lost.
I mean, he was actually, when we show your screen here, we can see exactly what he GG'd when he realized it. I mean, yeah. So he runs a couple of units up. They get
He
blasted.
just did right here, yep.
He sees there's a bunch of siege tanks. I mean, he can't break that with roaches.
Yeah.
He just can't. Like there's depots in the wall, so the roaches can't even get access to them. There's no way he's gonna break that. And look at the worker count: 42 drones.
Yep.
To
57. The third is moving
and
on
there's
over
3
here.
mules too, so it's really like 42 drones to 500 SCVs, right? I think it's about.
That's it. The math sounds right there. I love how this barracks is covered in creep. That's
And then there's a Widowmine hiding behind it. So if you send some Zerglings to kill it, you're gonna take a couple losses. And that, those little small plays like that,
yeah.
they add up, because how many times as a Zerg player there's like one thing blocking, you just send a Zergling, and then you send a drone and you look away, right?
Right.
But you do that, and then you look back, the barracks still isn't dead. You're like, what?
Yeah.
What? And then you send another Zergling. And then you look back again, and it keeps happening.
That happens to me in PvZ when I send a probe,
Yeah.
and then a Zergling kills it. It makes me sad. But yeah, I mean, also behind that, we saw that Soulkey did not have a third. And we know of a third, and you're making all those roaches, and you know of a drone count. It's very hard to come back.
It comes, yeah, he just can't get that third up, and
Yep.
it's because of the openings Last is using,
Very cool.
right? I
Very
mean,
cool way of opening there.
I don't see how he could have gotten a third up that game very easily.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You gotta... Less damage has to happen from those Hellbats and Widowmines.
Or maybe if you tech really aggressively, get some Mulus out fast, but you gotta
Swarm
be careful.
hosts?
Swarm hosts, they can get through their minefields pretty effectively, I'd imagine.
Last
Maybe.
able to equalize the series. Again, this is a best of 5. They're now tied 1-1. We got a match on our hands. Game 1 seemed pretty one-sided in Soulkey's favor. Game 2 seemed pretty one-sided in Last's favor. All that matters is who takes the match overall, because the winner, again, gets a spot at the MLG Winter Championships in Dallas, Texas on March 15th. Guys, don't go anywhere. More action coming up. This is Soulkey versus Last, Game 3.